just share some positivity and how to use this downtime and all of that. And so my original goal though is to go live wondering, and I really want to network with each other, is if you have a side hustle. You know, some of us are, I'm currently not, but I'm quarantined myself because I just traveled and I was in 6 airports. And my health is not the greatest. And of course, while I was gone was when the big shutdowns happened. And so it was like, oh my gosh. So I did come back home. I was supposed to actually be in South Carolina this week. My husband's graduating boot camp from the Army, and all of that shut down. So, I mean, once again, I have the week off that was not expected. Um, I have clients scheduled next week that I might have to reassess that too. So, anyways, I'm in quarantine. My doctor friend said 6 days. And what he wants to make sure is I don't get a fever in 6 days. Because if I do, you know, obviously we go through measures. Some of the blessings that have come up today, though, just to remind you, and I shared it on my personal page, and in fact, I think I shared it in TikTok, is that they have found a antidote for the virus. And so now people who are testing positive, there is something for that. 42 Apple stores have reopened in China. The hospitals that were made just for coronavirus all closed down today. So we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. However, we're still in the middle of the chaos. We are shut down. Our schools are shut down for a couple of weeks. Restaurants are shut down. People are being laid off and all that. And what I want to know is was this your only source of income? I've never really thought about it, to be honest with you. I've always tried to keep multiple sources of income for myself because there's been so many times that my health has taken me away from the table and that I needed something else, which obviously sourced me out to doing online workshops. I've sold Scentsy. You know, my daughter sells Mary Kay. I sell jewelry. I have retail and stuff like that on the side. And so then when one area I'm not able to, you know, make the income, I can focus that time on something else. And yeah, it keeps me very, very busy. But this is a perfect example that if you don't have a side hustle going on, you don't have something else to keep focused on, you feel a little bit lost, which creates a lot of anxiety. And I think one of the reasons why I'm not feeling that anxiety is because I've prepared myself for another like health time where I've not been able to work. And so if you guys follow me at all, you know that I have lifelong health issues, and I'm always being reminded that I need a side hustle. I'm always being reminded that I want to feel productive and make a change. And so for me, I use my voice. I'm not always going to be able to be hands-on and all of that. So I want to see how many of you have side hustles. And if you do you want to share what you do? And then I have a lot of ideas today for unique ways of side hustling, not getting paid to do those. Like people, when I watch these reviews all the time, they always say, oh, the perfect side hustle is that they want you to review products or something like that. And they mail you products, you assemble it, which I did early in the 90s. I decided I was doing it, and we had to assemble these little wooden airplanes. Really what happened, and we had to mail them back with a review. Really what happened is this company was using us as their assembly line. I got paid pennies per plane that I put together, and I had to pay for the shipping back, which took out that. It was like a scam kind of thing. And there's many out there. So that's why you have to be unique and create your own so that you know you don't fall into a scam. But I do have ideas that you can do that don't tie into that you can do independently and really promote the other local businesses too. So let me get on here back into our group. So you guys know I read the comments from my phone, so you always see me looking off to the side. And so let me find us here today. Okay, Julia, yes, welcome back. Yes, I have missed you. You're fired. You're fired. Did you fire yourself? I'm guessing that you fired yourself and quarantined yourself to take some time off. So you closed down your business, or like what I say, when you have to fire your old self so that you can refresh your why and begin again and rehire who you really want to be. Is that what you mean? Is my voice working that big? Did you fire yourself like that? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hello, Miss Gail. So all of you guys know that Becky and I were just live, and just doing our thing. We call it slaying it. And anyways, hello, Sue, and everybody that's on here. Anyways, that was a lot of fun. And afterwards, we're like, I do Tech Talk Lives, I do coffee talks, we do all these motivational things. I do Mindset Mondays. That's in a private paid for group. It's $40 for the whole year. Like, yeah. Anyways, there's lots of, Julia, you're fired your old self. Did that happen today? Did today you just go, you know what? Here's my mindset. You're going to make me cry. I love it. Congratulations. Yes. So in Masters Mindset Monday, and actually here in Tech Talk not too long ago, I did talk about that self-sabotage and how we continue in this mindset of that we're not good enough, or we continue in the mindset that we worry about what other people think. Most of the time we worry about what other people think. There's something about in my 40s, and now you guys know I turned 47 in December, and I just realized I quit caring what other people thought. And that was so powerful. And I thought, gosh, if we can get more people to just live for themselves and live now and be productive and be the change and be aligned, you don't care what somebody else thinks, and you start to shine, you start to glow. And lately, a lot of you guys are telling me that I'm glowing. I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm loving it, because if my words are being able to help you refresh your why and renew who you are, and you can see that you need to make a change, and that allows you to glow too, bring it on. My words for this year were spark, ignite, and shine. I'm actually creating an actual written workbook on it. It's been a fun process for me. I never thought I would ever be an author, but I am, because it's naturally coming. And heck, if you guys are saying I'm glowing, that means that my spark, ignite, and shine, it means I'm shining, and I like it. Oh my gosh. When do you quit caring too? It's not that, like, we really do care. We really do worry about what you guys think, but I quit taking it personally. And I think that's what you're referring to. It's not that you quit caring, but we quit worrying about the little things. Like, I'm not joking. You guys know I've been going live now for 4 years. Here's what happened. Here's why I started going live. Okay. And I always remind myself, this is how I started. And I want to continue making sure that I'm still doing that today. So, I've been in the industry now for 28 years. I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. I love my clients. I still work on clients doing nails in the salon as well as education. I'm with Light Elegance. I'm with, I get to be, ambassadors for Nail Command, Profiles, and all these different companies, and it's fun. I thrive on it. But my health does not allow me to thrive, and I don't shine. And there's many times it just knocks me down, and I'm talking on average over the last 6 years, it's 3 months at a time. This is not like I'm down for a day. I'm down for months, which means that every few months I have to rebuild that clientele. But you know what? They always still come back. When I send a text message and say, I'm feeling good, I'm healthy again, my feet are working again, my hands and my vision are working again, and I'm ready to work, I have clients that day. They believe in me. They want to support me. So even though they've been going somewhere else, because they continue to get their nails done, when I'm good, they're here. And that's what I mean, about setting yourself apart from everybody else and being authentically you, is that. And so when I said that I don't care what other people think, I've had to learn that I would worry so much that I would put myself in anxiety before I even did it, and then I would sabotage it and then not do it. So what happened is I started putting my voice out there on the times, because I needed to feel productive and I wasn't able to work. So you guys know I have a condition called POTS. So what happens, it's called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I choose to not let it define me. I tell it, today's not your day, instead of it telling me. Now, it usually wins, but it doesn't win every day. There are many days I just don't feel well. It ties into my body does not process sodium the way that it should. It's just like a diabetic with sugars. You can eat right, you can exercise, you can be healthy. It just doesn't do it. So I have to get infusions every week, sometimes multiple times a week. Now it's called a LR, which is a lactated ringer, which has electrolytes in it, but also has the sodium. It's a little bit more than just a saline pack. And from there, I've been good. But every time I exert myself a little too much, sometimes I don't sleep right. The food doesn't digest right. When your body's off balance, it just doesn't work. Well, it makes everything else in me not work. And one of the first things that affects is my POTS, which makes me pass out. I could be sitting here talking to you and literally just pass out. I get flush. I don't feel good. The next thing that it affects is my vision. I get to where I can't see. So just because I feel good and my body is functioning and I can function, I can't see, so I can't work. You lose your eyesight, you can't focus on what you're doing. So the only thing I can do is talk. My voice has never gone away. That's the one consistent thing that's been there. So what happened is about 4 years ago, I was in Facebook groups and I was admin of another group. And going live, people were doing it, and I was like, I was too scared. What are people going to think? My hair might not be good. My teeth might not be brushed, or I'm not pretty. I'm not. You self-sabotage yourself. What if I don't know the answers? Nobody judges that. Nobody. So when you make a post, people don't go in and self-sabotage your post. And if so, you delete those people from your life, block them on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, get them out of there. But that doesn't happen. So here's what happened. I put some posts out on Facebook asking people if they needed help or advice in their nail business, because I really love talking the numbers and helping people be profitable. But I also know about different product lines, and I've been an educator for a couple of different companies, and really wanted to put my help people like that. Well, I was tired of messaging the same thing. So that, I'd make a long message and then I'd copy it and paste it in this group and paste it in that group and paste it here, paste it there. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm overworking myself of doing this. And I felt like the texting wasn't getting out what I was really meaning. And when you read something, you read it in your mindset. And a perfect example is, I hope you're having a great day. Okay, I didn't say that with enthusiasm. I said that like monotone, right? I hope you're having a good day. You might read that in your mindset of like, I hope you're having a good day, or I hope you're having a great day. Okay, you're going to read it into what is ingrained in you. And what I realized is that when I was writing things out, I don't know that I was expressing it the way I wanted to. And I don't know that they were receiving it and putting in their mindset the way that they needed. And I thought, I need to go live so that they can know that I'm being sincere and they can hear what I'm saying and I can try to describe it. And that's the first time I went live. And yeah, it was a messy, and I was red and flushed just like I am now. And I was worried about me passing out. I was worried that it was going to come across that I didn't know what I was talking about. And the comments and the feedback that I got proved me wrong in every single way. And now you guys know I go live all the time, and I go live without makeup. I go live with makeup. I go live telling you that I just tried the over 50s makeup trend on YouTube. So it doesn't matter. You judge yourself more than anybody ever judges you. You worry about things more than anybody would ever put onto your plate. And so when you fire that old mindset and that thinking, and you can renew and just go out there and share your voice and share your best qualities, you shine. It's there. And I'm telling you, it's been 4 years now that I've preached this, and it's only excelling even more and more and more. But it started because I was afraid that people were not reading it the way I really wanted, and I was scared and I had that fear. And now I can go live and I'm not worried about what the people ask, because I might not know all the answers. I'm not a know it all. I know a lot, but I'm going to refer you to the people that do. That's the difference. And so you just have to put yourself out there, like I said, authentically and real and raw. And that's what I do. So again, Julia, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. And Wendy, yes, I'm glad that you quit caring. Oh my goodness. Oh, but Julia, you had your give a damn surgically removed. You always crack me up on the things that you come up with. Love it, love it, love it. Darcy says, believe in your self-worth and let it shine. Yes, that's what I mean. You guys know I get, like, heated. It's not anxiety, I get, like, passionate about it when I read those words like that. Yeah, absolutely. Gail says the TTW group has been so kind to me when I do lives. Yes. So Gail, you're a perfect example. Gail just stepped into her role of sharing her knowledge. And you guys know that she's done some lives now, some really cute nail art. And she even taught me about Cali art markers that I did not know about. And I messaged her and I'm like, I learned this from you. Like, I've been using Sharpies, I've been using alcohol inks. I never knew about these markers. It's us working together to be able to do this. And so she did her first live Q&A the other day, and exactly that. She had no makeup on. She was quarantined in her home. I think you didn't go to church, is what you had said in the beginning, and you decided that you're just going to go for it and do a live Q&A. And that's the networking I'm talking about, using your voice. We don't know what people are going to ask or what they're going to say, but it's not negative. It's all been positive stuff. And I told her, I said, when you go live, you're going to get this high like you've never had. She messaged me and she was, Amy, I got the high. And I'm like, I knew it. I just knew it. And so once again, it was just being authentically herself and just not worrying. When you go live, the only person you can see back is yourself. And right now I'm looking into the camera. I'm not even looking down at myself on the screen. So I don't even look at myself when I'm talking. And so I love it. Love it. Love it. Oh my gosh. You guys make me shine. Hello, Miss Dana Lynn. How are you again? Sue says, my first live was selling paparazzi jewelry. Yes, my studio audience was a friend in an easy chair. I love it. They belch. That is when I knew that I could go live. Yes, exactly. And you know what? Do you think anybody judged that at all? They're like, oh, okay, that's real. Everybody does that too. Everybody has something. And I love that. And so today's topic that I want to touch base on, so I'm kind of caught up here, is side hustles. Because, so you guys know my story. I needed something that was more than just nails at the table, because that's what I did for years. I've always owned a salon since I was 19 years old. I've had side jobs like president of the Chamber of Commerce, lots of volunteer positions because I believe in giving back, which gave me other skills like learning marketing, helped me learn how to put on events, which who knew that all of that was going to help me put on my own events for public speaking, as well as, nail classes and all of that. So it's like those skills that we learned years ago I never knew was setting me up for days like today. And so it's been amazing, right? And I love it. And sometimes I don't understand why my path turns the way that it does and throws me to the dirt, I call it. But some days the road is just paved and it's just smooth as can be. And, those days I learn to enjoy it more. And I think it's because I've been on the dirt road, I've been all muddied up. And so side hustles. Yeah, there are some people that can take it to an extreme. I did post the other day. I was like, "Do you have a side hustle?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm a drug dealer." And I was like, "You are not. Like, don't even post that out there." And so, yeah, there are some side hustles that you can do, but I'm talking not against the law. So when I say the word hustle, it really does come from another side income. So, if you don't like the word hustle, which I did not like and did not embrace for many years, but this year I've embraced it because I realized it's kind of fun to say, I have a side hustle. And then people look at you like you do. And you're like, yeah, what else do you do? I'm like, I sell candles, I sell jewelry, I do online workshops. It's a hustle. It is classified as a hustle. So here are some like unique things that you can do to earn extra income when you're not able to work at the table. One, if you have retail, now we've all been told to get Shopify's on websites and Etsy's and all that, but they cost. And unless you have a following to direct to purchase from you there, it's very hard. And so Sue's on here, and she's actually a perfect example of a side hustle that you can do online and you don't have to pay extra for it. So she's a part of Paparazzi Jewelry, and I'm not promoting any one company versus another. I'm not a rep. I don't get any money from any of these companies that we're going to talk about. But what I'm saying is that she can go live online selling jewelry that the maximum cost of any paparazzi jewelry is $5. And so even at times where people feel like they might not have extra finances, when it comes to like $5 items or whatnot, they tend to still buy. They still want something for themselves, those indulgences, whether it's candy or coffees or jewelry or whatever. There's still a market always out there, no matter what. And we learned through the recession from years ago that women still painted their nails and they still put the makeup on. The men still put on their suits. They still made themselves look the part. So, what can you do to still look the part even though it's not really there? You have to put yourself out there a little bit uniquely and differently. So, for instance, paparazzi jewelry, people are still going to buy it because they want other people, they care too much what other people think, or maybe it's an inner thing that they like, that fulfillment of saying, you know what, I kind of deserve that, and it's only $5. There's many things that you can do. So a side job that I had for years was Scentsy, and I loved it. However, there were guidelines. I had to sell, I think, $200 worth every 3 months. It was a new guideline that they had changed, and I'm not a good salesperson. I just had it for retail on my shelf for my clients to buy, so I no longer met their criteria. So what I did is I contacted a local candle company and said, what if I sold for you, just like what I did for Scentsy? Would you be willing to let me display your stuff in my salon and sell that to my clients? And then I'm supporting a local business. Now I can take that the next step and I can do just like paparazzi or whatever. I can sell it online. I could hold up, I don't have them right here, my Scentsy things. So I can hold it up and I can sell that. So I'm still making money and I'm supporting another local business that makes that, that I know that they manufacture that. So honey, there's honey companies everywhere, but we have Tongue River honey in our area. I sell honey for them. I didn't have to pay for any of this. I'm using their products to put on a display and I sell it for them. It's a great side hustle. And if I want to go the next step and advertise it and put it out there on Instagrams and pictures and lives and videos and raffles, however you want to do it, you can do that and you're supporting your local growers. It's a fabulous way of supporting each other. And then on their websites, they're like, did you know that you can buy that at Amy's Salon? Did you know you can have, like they promote you back because this is that kind of a networking. And that's the type of side hustle that I want you to get into, is not always promoting for the biggest companies that are out there. Be a side hustle for somebody you know. Support them. Yes, net, exactly that. Working together with small businesses benefit us both. And so I had a business called Shabby Chic Boutique. And I am a crafter. I love repurposing stuff, especially when it comes to old windows, old chairs, old desks, furniture, and stuff like that. And what happened is I was always pack them all up. I'd take them to a trade show. I'd sell them out on a trade show, which is a great side hustle, right? But when you don't feel good, you can't do that heavy lifting. And I was depending on everybody around me to help me set up my booth, take down my booth, even help me with the sales, because on my feet all day was not the best choices. So that side hustle was great. I could work on the projects when I wanted to, but I couldn't sell them. And I did have a business page for it. I had a website for it. It was successful. Sometimes I couldn't ship the big pieces of antique furniture, so therefore I could only sell locally. I'd go through the local upcycles. There's many ways that you can create a side, hustle like that. What happened though is that I had an extra room in my salon. It was a back room. It was a very large room, and I started putting stuff in there, and that people could come. That was like it wasn't open to the public at that time. It was a place though that people quickly found out about. And when they were traveling through, they're like, can I go through like your shabby chic boutique place? And I was like, yeah. And they would walk back through there. I didn't have anybody hired to answer phones or be back in there. And they'd go shopping, they'd come out and they pay me for it. And I realized like I was better off keeping that stuff put and not going and spending all the money at all these places. I was better off where I was at and let them come to me. And it built itself up to where I ended up having its own area and its own thing. And it was pretty cool to watch that grow. Well, here's what happened is I was like, if I could do this and all these other people are traveling to these trade shows and they're doing what I did, and we started sharing intimate stories and being vulnerable, I realized we all have something. All of us, it was a struggle for us to get there, but we did it because it's the only way we knew how to sell it. So what happened is I started inviting the crafters to bring their stuff in. So it was always on display. Do you know how much fun it was for all of us? And we volunteered our time to go in and set up the shop and put signs up and display all of our stuff together, make sure everything was priced. And now we all networked it together. We were all advertising each other's stuff on all of our pages and selling for each other. And then they gave me a percentage because the people still had to come to the store to pick it up. So therefore, somebody just had to meet them there. It's not like I put it in bags and spent all the extra money on that. Nope, we just handed them the items. We helped walk it to their car. That's a great side hustle, right? I teamed up with other people that were like minded and we advertised for each other. Shabby Chic Boutique was only ran with volunteer people. It was awesome. And then I moved. But you know what? S Squared came around and they reopened it in their own way in another town that was close by. And they continued that going on because they love the vision and it's still going. So if I was still crafting, I could drive my stuff there and drop it off and they would be selling it for me. I love it, love it, love it. So if you have anything in your salon that is a retail item, even if it's another local crafter and they bring in some, cute seasonal holiday things, like for instance, right now I actually have essential oil rice bags that are made from my neighbor. I sell them in here. They're $7. I could go live selling her things that I never had to pay for in the beginning. They have it. It's sitting there. They're waiting for the trade show to sell it. Be their trade show. Ask them, can I get a commission if I sell this for you? Or maybe you want to trade for products. Maybe you can't afford that product. It's expensive or whatnot and you want it. Like my honey, I eat honey every day. You guys know that, well, I've talked about this before, that I take my honey pot and I put in cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice and a little bit of vanilla and I infuse my honey and I use that in hot water. I use it in coffee. I use it in tea. I use it on bread. And I have it every single day. And so, anyways, I will work for food. I work for honey. And so, what's your side hustle? What do you do that can be unique to you, truly who you are, that naturally you want to sell, but it's also going to benefit somebody local? Sometimes it might be a $1 billion company like you sell for Mary Kay, and you love the company, you love their vision. They are obviously very successful and they allow you to work under their name, so therefore you get to be a part of their company. So would you want to do that? And then would you go live doing makeup tutorials? How would you sell that? How would you be passionate? So think of this plan, if you don't already have one, and create it. You don't have to follow the lines of what everybody else does. Find something that would be uniquely you. Another thing you can do, for instance, this happened. So the light holder that I use, which I have massive sunlight coming on this side, but the light holder that I use to hold my cell phone to go live and add light to do my workshops, I contacted that company. They're from Amazon. And I said, as you all know, I maybe you don't know, but I did actually email them and tell them that I use this. And people always ask me about what I use to go live. It's only $16. I've used the same setup for the last 4 years. And like I said, $16 off of Amazon. So I messaged them and said, do you have any special deals that I can share out with them? And they're like, yeah, we can do that. I've messaged Beyond Polish. I messaged Cal Nail Supply. I messaged the Profiles Girls. I've messaged people and said, hey, I naturally go live showing your products. Do you have a special deal that I can hand off to the people that are doing these workshops? And if so, what happens is naturally they go, you sell over a certain amount, I'm going to start giving you a commission. Now, that was not my intention. My intention was to give the savings off to the people that are in these workshops or following me live. My intention was to share the knowledge and then be able to give them a discount if they wanted to do it. But what happened is they were like, well, you sold over 200 units and we want to give you a commission. And they started mailing me checks. Then I started getting the confidence to be able to contact companies and say, I don't know how many I can sell, but this tends to be what's happening. These are the reviews and the results of the past of what has happened when I've used a certain brand and I go live. Would you be willing to give me some sort of a kickback, free product, whatever? And they've always said yes. And I'm like, what? So Sometimes you never know where it's gonna fall, and if they say no, they say no, and if there's another company that sells something similar and you wanna promote them, contact them. Put yourself out there to be that next level to where there's a return back for you on something you're already doing. It's pretty magical how it comes back, and it comes back in a unique way. It's not salesy, it's there and it's available if the person wants it. It's my baseline of and my theory of everything thing, my online workshops, all of that. I advertise it, and if you want to be in it, it's up to you. And then when you're there, I give you everything I got. And but then it's amazing these side hustles. Let's see. Oh my gosh. So I apologize. I wasn't paying attention to my phone. Darcy says, I love that. Just be you. Yes, exactly. Okay. Sue, you said, "No, I ended up with more viewers." Exactly, because you were being real. So if there's somebody belching in the background, some people might take offense and go, "I'm not gonna watch this." But you know what? That's okay, because the ones that do watch it, and I recently finally got to see you live. I was on there for over an hour with you because I couldn't disconnect. And it doesn't mean you have to sit and watch the screen the whole time, just like right now. There might be those of you that just have this going on while you're cooking dinner and you're just listening. That's the power of the voice. You don't have to watch what I'm doing. Yeah, sharing the video isn't loading. Hopefully you were able to refresh and rewatch where the sun's really getting me, but I kind of don't want to move. Feels really good. Dana Lynn, you're cuddling with your littles and although social isolated, our routine remains the same. Yes, exactly. Darcy says, I've been scared to go live. For me, Be Smooth Hydration Business. So maybe that's the name. But I want to share my knowledge of creating a relaxing experiences. Thank you for the encouragement. You are welcome. So whatever your side hustle is, you have the time, most of us right now have the time this week at least, to be able to focus on that a little bit. I talked a lot about later.com in one of my lives and I boosted it here in Tech Talk. Later.com is the app that I use to schedule out all of my posts. So you guys think that I'm on live all the time. No, I can disconnect for an entire day, an entire week. I schedule things for a month in advance. And so it's amazing though, too, like all of March, I did today's mantra, and it's interesting the days that it posted, what it really related. So a couple days ago, it said embrace the chaos. There wasn't a better day that that could have posted on, and I had set that up over a month ago. And so learn to use this time to be productive so that you can have time to focus more of what you want to do. Um, Yes, exactly that. Paparazzi. Kathy says, I'm a distributor in Canada, and with the mess of the world, we will be pulling out of some major, promos to help everyone out besides owning a spa, which we had to close the doors today. Yes, exactly that. LOL, that's my side hustle. Hopefully everybody will be okay. Okay, so Kathy, knowing that, um, if I was looking for a side hustle, which I can tell you my plate is full with my side hustles, I would actually, if you were viewing this right now, she owns a distribution company. That means that she had to close down the actual doors. It doesn't mean she had to stop selling. She could go live showing these products and educating people how to use them. You don't even have to do a sell, educate, show them. Well, all I have here is a pencil and okay. So let's say I called an eye doctor company that has cheaters. How many of us have to use cheaters in our job? Now, I just got new contacts, so hopefully I won't have to wear these cheaters very often. But let's say I can contact this company. I have time on my hands. I love their glasses and they make them locally, or I love where they're made, or they're unique. And I can say, if I like, can I get some pictures of your glasses and re-promote them for you? Would you give me a commission off of them? Or get them tangibly in your hands. And if you're willing to go live, say, just start talking, educate how they're made, whatever knowledge you have. Now, I'm not a guru on glasses, so that they come in many colors. Don't even have to sell. If you are interested in this, use my promo code and go to this website and order. You don't have anything to do with the shipping. That company gets to sit there and watch some orders come in. Now, we know a side hustle is never your main gig, but you know what? If you can make an extra $100 a month, 100 a month right now in times when we are at our hardest, wouldn't $100 extra feel a little bit good? And yet you didn't have to buy the product. and you didn't have to pay to advertise it and you didn't have to pay to ship it. But yeah, you're helping out another company who already does that in their business. Contact Kathy, who's in Canada, and say, do you have any products I can sell for you? I have this product that I purchased from you. I can go live demoing it, how to use it. Would you want to work with me too? So I'll benefit you, you benefit me. It's a side hustle, and it's something you could enjoy doing. So like I said, it doesn't have to be with these big companies always have these pyramid type of situations. Create your own. Contact Kathy. Kathy, I'm sorry if you get a lot of calls or none, but with that, I don't know if that's really what you want to do, but that's what I saw is this opportunity that you've had to close your doors, and now I can come in and help you. There are people who promote, and I've never paid anybody to leave a review. I've never paid anybody to promote my workshops. Naturally, they do that. But if I was struggling and I really needed that help and nothing was selling, I would contact my top people and say, let me work you a deal. You already pay for my workshops. If I did another workshop or a one-to-one with you, would you be willing to promote my stuff on your website? Yeah, that's how easy that you just have to be vulnerable enough to ask for help. And so do not let this time sit here and get you stewing and get you going, oh my God, what am I going to do? Let other people help you. They want to, we want to, especially when we believe in you, just like what our clients do. Sue says, I just wrote a bedtime story last night of a quick lease quest, which we all know that Sue's an author of this book. It's on Amazon, but sadly, you can't get that on the moment because Amazon's new policies. Still, people need to hear bedtime stories. So, Sue, exactly that. Could you ask some of the people that bought your book to please go online and read this book out publicly or a portion of it, or just promote it for you through Facebook? Could you ask them to leave you a review of your book so that when people do buy the books, they see all these reviews? They didn't have to buy anything, but they're promoting you, and in return give them something back. Or sometimes people just want to thank you back. For me, it's just a thank you. I'm not, the financial part is always nice, but I want to feel appreciated. That's what gets me going more than anything financially, is the appreciation that what I'm putting out there people like. So exactly, that's not able to sell right now, but it doesn't mean it can't still sell. Or people, like if you have an abundance of a stack of books at your house that you can sell, get on and sell them through Facebook and sell them in a different venue. Sell them at a local book. Well, we're really not supposed to be in coffee shops or bookstores right now, but right now you could set up an event a month from now when everything should be lifted. That's a book signing, and that you're going to travel to go there. There's so many things that right now we can focus on to be productive for the next phase of what's coming up. Sue, this is so cool. I love it. Darcy says, Amen. Sue says, thank you for the idea, Amy. Our town is having a hard time with the recession. It does work. Not this might work. This does work. People have products in a box somewhere that you are passionate about. Like I said, call the eye doctor company and say, I use your cheaters and I'm going to go live, or I'm going to promote this on my page. The only way they can track it back to you, though, is through a promo code. There's no other way to track it, really. So just ask for the promo codes. So then they track it and they know that that came directly from you, and that's how they set the percentages up for you. That's why you're glowing. You know what? I've heard that so many times, and I never really understood it. And I rewatched videos after I saw that, and I'm like, what did I say just before then that made them write that in there? And I'm like, I don't see it. But I think what happens is that the people that are watching it are feeling it. And then they look back at that person like, wow. And I think that's where the glow comes from, is that. But for me, it's just what comes back. The only thing I can really share right now and powerfully, my superpower, I guess you want to call it, is my voice, which ties into the knowledge that I have. And I'm a big time researcher. I'm a numbers nerd on everything. You guys saw that I did research on toilet paper, and I wrote it down, and I just talked about it live. There's 3 manufacturers in the US for toilet paper. So guess when I start buying toilet paper, which actually found out, because I like Quilted Northern, actually found out is made in the United States. I'm going to continue to buy that toilet paper to support them. I'm not selling it. I'm not doing, but I'm going to use it for the future when toilet paper is available again. I now know more about who I'm going to support. And it's the ones that support you back. And yeah, it could be toilet paper, but it's also supporting the local, it's supporting your country, it's supporting even like there's like you guys know that I'm international with my workshops. Man, Australia and UK and South Africa and Canada, you guys are big supporters for me. I'm going to give back to that. I advertise and I promote you guys all the time. If you watch my Instagram or my Facebook, I screenshot and share your stuff constantly because I believe in you. And when you share something out there, I'm resharing it. That's the way that I can support you. So you guys know that I'm a big advocate for this. And if you go to my page, you see it all over the place. That's what I do. So yeah, Kenneth says, awesome ideas. I sell the cutest goat soap and aluminum foil free, yes, very nice deodorant made by my son's mother-in-law. Great upsells. Yes. So Kenna, you can put a post out on your page and ask people who have used it because I believe in true reviews. Do not go out there and sell something that you've never used. Be real about that, and say, I've used this and this is how it's changed me. They always know that with marketing. If you watch any commercial, there's a problem, they are the solution, right? If you don't get it from us, you're always going to have this problem. Marketing's always been that way, but it's true, right? So you see this thing out there that you're having really bad contact dermatitis. You think it might be the products from work, but you actually find out, like myself, that it's not. It's from rubbing alcohol. I have an allergy to alcohol, which is in all the cleaning supplies and all of that. My worst anaphylaxis have come from a cleaning supply that I thought I was having problems with the products at work. I deleted that out of cleaning my salon with it and my home, quit having those issues. So when some people don't know exactly what they're allergic to, but yet they start eliminating certain things and they realize they figure it out, and then you're passionate to say this is the solution. So who is to say this goat soap and people who do have problems with the deodorants and stuff like that, and you don't want those metals inside of you, that this is the solution for somebody? If you are a perfect example of somebody who has been remedied, that you are the solution, you can prove this, you have the reviews, you've done this, you are the perfect salesperson for that company. Contact them, leave them a review. Contact them and say, can I get a percentage of selling this as a side hustle because I believe in your company and I believe in the people that make it. Yeah, Kenna is so powerful. And once again, then the company doesn't have to wait to go to trade shows or get their suppliers to sell it that are currently closed. They have authentic people who have used their product willing to sell for them for a very, small fee. So let's say, and so some of the biggest entrepreneurs, so you guys know I follow like Tony Robbins, I follow, gosh, Dean Gracio and the Grace Lovers and Amy Porterfield, like these big, huge money makers, as well as they understand marketing and they're just big influencers. Oprah. Um, they all have a side hustle. They're all selling more than one thing. So that when one thing isn't working out, they sell something else. Eventually, every single one of them have used their voice to sell. They're selling their knowledge. Okay. So find out what your specialty is. Maybe you don't realize that you can be a coach for something and you start going live and you start making blog posts or you start doing whatever it is to get it out there. You're going to realize that you are passionate about what you do and you want to share that, and other people are going to naturally start investing in you for that knowledge. It's priceless. And once again, there's no actual product to be sold. It's you're selling yourself. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Sue says, this is awesome. It might be cool with me. Nail jewelry. You did see that, anyone? I love it. Nail jewelry. Yeah. Oh, she takes tips and paints them up and makes them into earrings. I love it. So absolutely nail jewelry. Kathy says, oh, my internet is so bad here at night. I will have to watch this in the morning replay. Have a sparkling day. Ah, wonderful. And I love that everything that we do here is available on replay. Nellie Neal is on here. A little bit of a, anyways, I did TikTok live with Nellie and I've actually got to meet him in person. And if you guys want to be inspired and know how to upsell yourself, watch the TikTok live. You can search it in this group, or you can go to my YouTube and just search it up under Nelly. God, isn't that sun just beautiful? I know that it's probably distracting to you guys, but I'm totally gonna sit here and absorb all this vitamin D. Anyways, Nelly's, he sells a $2,500 pedicure, and I mean, sells it. Okay, people actually buy it, and if you watch that TikTok live, you will see it, and you will understand what I mean about selling yourself. Yes, so true. Sue says, yes, absolutely. Also, I had to stop doing reflexology. So my side hustle is now my main job. And that's what happens sometimes is you don't realize that your side hustle does sometimes become your main job. Online workshops was my side hustle. Online workshops is now my main source of income. And so therefore, you're right. Sometimes it shifts that way, but also it's in a blessing because it's something that you enjoy doing. So allow the side hustles. So let's say you had 5 side hustles. So you're still in the salon doing your thing, but right now it's shut down. But you have 5 other things you can focus on. Whatever they are, jewelry, selling candles, whatever, or being an ambassador for a company. And each one of those individually wasn't enough. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's $100 a month, which we just talked about. Right now, $100. Yeah, $100 to me is a lot. That's an entire grocery shopping for a week or longer, depending on how I wanted to, budget that. Like $100 is a lot of money. And other times when we feel abundant, we're like, oh, it's just $100. No, 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 no. Times like this, $100 is a lot. If you had 5 side hustles and each of them produced $100, that's $500 that you would have off of side hustles. I just taught a class with Becky. Becky had some aprons. She had some retail, her favorites that she called it. There are nail brushes and stuff like that. And she only had enough to put 5 kits together. And she's like, somebody else had given her the idea that every time you do these classes, you should just put together some of your favorites. If they don't sell, you still have the item. If they do sell, you sold the item. Put it in a kit rather than individually and sell it as a gift bag. Sell it in a bundle. So she put them out there and just advertised it, sold every single one of them just like that. And then people started pre-ordering. If you get this back in, I want it. What? She wasn't even going to do it because she was like, oh, well, I'd have to bundle them. I didn't have the time. I bundled them. I wrapped them for her while I was there. And you know what? A child could do that. Somebody that believes in you would be willing to come over in change of your company or a cup of coffee or in exchange for a to-go dinner from your house and do the work for you. And they feel productive. You were able to do that. Side hustles. We all can do it. You just have to be unique and thinking about what you want to do. Yeah. So I love this. Net wants to know, Sue, what's your book? So hopefully you saw that and you can oh, you did. Net says, so have I with toilet roll, ha ha ha, and other stuff. Exactly. So it's sad, but it's true. Right now on Amazon, you can buy 6 rolls of toilet paper for $30. Now, as of today, they won't ship it to you. But on eBay, like I just was looking up toilet paper stuff and just kind of like, oh my gosh, where has this gone? People have turned toilet paper into a side hustle. They are selling it for max prices. And who knows, maybe nobody's buying it and they'll have an abundance of toilet paper that the rest of us can't have. Maybe people really are buying it. One person buys that 6 rolls at $30, they've just banked some profit, right? It's worth trying. So sell the items you have in your house you don't use. Sell antiques. Sell makeup something. Paint something. I love, you guys know that I do the hashtag one nail, one canvas. It has inspired, like Chelsea Cotton still paints from then. From last August, she's like, I painted this and I painted this. And she's selling her painted canvases from that hashtag one nail, one canvas. Like, seriously, create something you're so passionate about. I do sell some of my art. Most of the time, I just give it away. I just did with those Cali art markers. I got free tiles from the Habitat for Humanity that they were throwing away because you guys know that I love recycling stuff. And I painted a cow, a hedgehog, and an ostrich, and I'm giving them away as some gifts. And it's just been fun. So it's been occupying me. But I mean, I could go live with the video of how I'm doing this and take orders of what people would like, maybe put it out there that I know how to paint 5 different things and put it out there and allow people to say, I want one customized for me. and allow them to order from you that's something you haven't even made yet. And then you sit there and you customize it and you make it for them. There's so many side hustles you can do that aren't the traditional side hustles. Yeah, Kim says, I'm passionate about sanitation and pedicures. You can educate people. You can get on there and educate people about those sanitation and about pedicures and proper ways. One, if you sell products for pedicures, they might naturally want to buy from you. Two, if you offer pedicures in your salon, guess who, when they get the money, or guess where the next appointment's going to be? So you can use the time right now to set up your side hustle. Yes, that was an amazing live. Oh, I love it. So it says, I hope to go back to reflexology in a couple weeks, but with this virus has to get a wee bit less aggressive. So until now, sparkle on. Yes. So I posted earlier, I don't remember if it was in this live or the live I did a little while ago, that I posted some facts. Now, I've not gone into the coronavirus where I've posted anything really about it, but today I couldn't help but share this post that my friend Casey had shared. And it's facts that 42 Apple companies have reopened in China. The hospitals that were in China that were set up for coronavirus have closed because now their normal places, their normal urgent cares and stuff can now handle the overload. That means that it's coming down. Now it just hit in the U.S. and it just hit in some of the other areas, but during this time that they've been affected so bad over there, they've also created the antiviral part of it, and in that shows the ingredients of what it is, that now if you get it they can treat you for that. So now it's getting it out and getting it distributed and getting it on. And so yes, exactly that. So I really feel, I hope, I pray that in another, we saw how fastly this came on. I think it's going to, clear up just as quick. That's why it's kind of a blessing right now to use this time to be able to do our side hustles and develop more things, support the local businesses when they reopen. Because if this ever happens again, look at the difference of the feeling that you're going to have going into this. So if we do have another terrorist attack, if we do have another virus like this or anything like that, we're going to handle it and our mindset's going to be better because we already have set it up for success and things will be in place for that. And I really think part of that, I think financial is the main thing that we worry about, is where are we going to get the money? What if we can't reopen for this amount of time? How am I going to feed my family? All of it comes back, and I hate it, to the source of money, because the love is always there no matter what, unconditionally. Money is not. And so therefore, creating yourself and setting yourself up for success for months is going to help you not have the anxiety when something like this does come and crash you down. Okay. Unique, yes, unique is any type of makeup tends to be a good side hustle for people if you are a makeup wearer. And then, yes, painting and all of that kind of stuff. Oh my gosh, I love it, love it, love it. So I think I'm caught up on all of the comments, but do you guys have any questions? Or if you're watching this on replay, do you have any ideas? Or maybe you are the distributor and you need the help. Reach out and message some of these people. Maybe do a little Facebook stalking and see, their quality. Does it fit with what they have on Facebook, with your vision and with your mission statement of your business? Because sometimes it's still an interview process. Don't just pick up anybody and let them sell for you. Pick the ones that you really think are going to reflect you positively. And that's why I always say, make sure your Facebook page and your Instagram is a reflection of you, who you really are, because people will find you through those sources. That's how Nailchemy, this whole thing with Nailchemy started, because of exactly this, putting my best self for out there. And then Wave Test with Wave Gel has sent me products. Phoenix Glitters has sent me products. The nail team has sent me products, all because, not because I asked for it, because they saw me live, they liked the way I taught, they Facebook stalked me, Instagram stalked me and said, do you want to go live with our products? Yes. I need more products. I need more inspiration. They need more sales. It works together naturally, and I love it that way. Yeah. Tammy says, such a scary time. And it is, Tammy. Like, if you guys watch the beginning of this, you know that I'm going through some struggles too. I can be here and I can be happy and I can glow and shine and share all this stuff. But inside, I cried for 2 days. It make me emotional now. Like, my husband's not home. He's quarantined on a military base for a minimum of another 60 days. I haven't seen him since January. I was supposed to be there at his graduation. I don't get to support him during that. And thank goodness we are well. Thank goodness we don't have those illnesses, which I usually do have an underlying something I'm dealing with. But right now I'm not. And so I get to share that. And so if you are healthy and you have positivity and a mindset, share that. Go live on your personal page and just reflect you and just say, I know this is a hard time and every single one of us is struggling with something, whether it's financial or health or worry or fear. But pulling together, we can calm each other. It is a mindset of how we react to a bad situation. We can't control the situation. We can control how we react to it. The other day I went live and I said something about going live about, are you feeling doomed? When I wrote the word doom, I realized that backwards it said the word mood. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm going live about. And the word doom, I never use the word doom. Anyways, if you're feeling the doom, did you know that doom spelled backward is mood? And it's your mood and your mindset of how you can react to doom. Like it all fell into this whole thing. So, exactly that. We can choose to be the doom or we can choose to be the mood. We can choose to rise up and overcome the own things that we're dealing with, knowing that everybody has something that they're dealing with. We can choose to share some words, some posts of positivity and all of that. So you guys know Becky and I just went live and we created up 3 hashtags to use as a challenge to be the change, the ripple effect of positivity. And one hashtag was TTW, let's promote our tribe. Let's promote each other. We don't get paid to do TTW. Nobody gets paid for it. So there's no payment in this. This is just the power of sharing, right? So hashtag TTW, hashtag tribe nail tech, because we are family. That's our tribe. And then hashtag positivity challenge and post something positive so that when people that are following you and they engage with everything that you post, they are reflecting and seeing the positivity that you're sharing as well. I'm telling you though, if you can go live on your page and you've never been live and you want to try it now. Put yourself out there and be the change for somebody else to calm. And I could not wait to go live today. I scheduled it so that I would have more people join me live and knew that I was there because they always say, oh, I missed it. I missed it. I wanted to schedule it. I couldn't wait till 4 o'clock came. I couldn't wait at all. Like I drank so much coffee. I was on this caffeine high from it, but I couldn't wait to go live because I knew that my mindset was positive. And I knew that if one person got on there and said, thank you, that I knew I made a difference to one person. And just like your side hustle, it's not about the numbers. It's not about how big you can make it. It's not your main thing. It's the little things, and they all add up. And then you start realizing that that $100, that $10 sale, that $10 will make a difference. Believe in yourself, believe in what you're promoting, and it's amazing how things will come back to you. Yes. So it says keeping spirits up. Oh no, Amy, I missed that part. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's okay. You can watch this on the replay. Tammy says, I missed the beginning of your live as well. Praying for you and your spouse. Y'all, thanks so much, so very much. And so I don't want this to be too long, but what I wanted to do was give you ideas of side hustles and how to be unique and how to make something up and not have to follow in the norm. Maybe a whole bunch of people are selling makeup in your area and you don't want to follow that norm. Don't. Be creative and sell something that's passionate to you. I mean, like I said, cheater eyeglasses. I could totally contact a company and sell for them. You know what's interesting is I actually bought these at the hospital gift store auxiliary, which is a nonprofit. Do you know if I contacted the hospital auxiliary or I just promoted for them and just said, do you have glasses that I could try on during my life to promote because I want to give back to this nonprofit group and not have it as a side hustle, but you're willing to promote for the nonprofits? How huge would that be of giving back? It's not about the money, right? It's about those connections and being able to help each other. So, if your passion is not in an actual product, sell for the nonprofit. So, Ladies Auxiliary sells these glasses through the hospital. That's where I got them for $10, right? And so, promote the things around you that mean the most to you, that you can be passionate about, because naturally you will shine when you are promoting for them. Yeah. Darcy, you're welcome. See, that one you're welcome made all of this again worth it. Yes, that's why we get on these highs. It's all of that. And so on side hustles, I wrote down, there's clothing stores, local clothing stores that you could do a little fashion show, put your kids in some kids' clothes, take pictures of them. That happened. That happened locally here. One of my clients, for her senior pictures, wore this one denim jacket. That denim jacket, she tagged the company, which I believe was H&M. And that company not only used her picture in their upcoming marketing, which is getting ready to be released, but they asked her, if we sent you more clothes, will you take more pictures? Yeah. And you know what my favorite thing about that is? She's not a size 0. If you get what I mean, she is a nice, full-figured teen girl that is just beautiful, and she shined in those graduation pictures, and she reached out to that company with a hashtag, and that's how they found her. It's powerful. She gets to model for this company. I'm so excited for her. Like, of course, I shared that on my page too, because I promote businesses that believe in people like that. So you never know who's gonna reach out and find you. Um, I also put on here that you could do delivery. So we know that there's like Uber Eats and all of that. I'm not talking like post about that you'll deliver to strangers food from restaurants or whatever, but like in our area, the lobbies are shut down, but the drive-throughs are still open. Okay. If you know this person and you know that they are healthy, would you pay somebody or would somebody pay you to go pick up something for you, a Walmart grocery, something, whatever it is, and have them deliver it to you for just a couple of dollars? It's a side hustle. That person might be out and about anyways. There are things that you can do. Now, be real about it. Support the people that you know that are healthy. Support the people that you know are going to deliver it without altering something. If you guys believe in me, if I had a delivery company, would you trust that I would bring you a latte or a drink from a company and not taint it and just deliver it to you because I was driving past your house on my way home from there anyways? Yes, people will pay a couple dollars, or they might even buy my food that I picked up from that place just because I put out there, hey, I'm going to be stopping in town at this store. Is there anybody locally that needs anything from there? If so, call in, place your order. They pay for it, so you don't have to pay for it. I'll deliver it, but give me a donation back. You're helping them and it's going to benefit you. There's so many ways you can side hustle. You just have to put your thinking cap on and see what you want to do. But don't get yourself in a bad situation. What's nice about a delivery system like that is that you could drop it off on their porch. You don't even have to see the person. Maybe they're quarantined and they're hungry and they have no food and they can't get out like I am right now. Thank goodness that I have, a daughter that can go get something. She had to go to town today. And that's what made me think about that. I was like, oh my gosh, our town's 30 some miles away. She could have posted in our local little upcycle of our town of 600 that I'm in town. Is there anybody that needs any products? They could call the company, they could buy it, they can pay for it through these apps on everything nowadays. If not, she can pay for it. And there could be an exchange that she doesn't even have to touch the person or see the person. It can happen on a front porch. The money's left in an envelope, she picks it up, leaves the product, she leaves. Just a delivery system. There's big companies that make billions of dollars doing this all the time. We can do that in our own town. I always think of I haven't been going to church lately. It's been a couple of weeks, and part of that's I've just been out of town. But I'm thinking of my older people that live in my community that are, really worried about getting out. That they're not even going to church, they're not going anywhere. Do they have the food? Even if I'm just making meal, I have chili, and I didn't even use my Instapot today. I pulled out my crock pot, which I have to be honest with you, I had to dust off the lid because I knew I had all day to cook this. I was no longer in the hustle bustle of business where I had to hurry up and cook it in Instapot. I cooked it in my crock pot. It smells good, but I could put that into a container and not me because I'm quarantined. I could have my daughter, I could have somebody else. Now forgive, there's a catch 22 there. I don't know if I have anything, so therefore I'm not going to offer a bowl of chili that I've made to somebody else. You know what I mean? So be real with that. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But let's say my daughter, who is not affected, or our house was not affected, and I'm making a meal. Contact somebody and say, can we drop off a meal to you? We tend to do that when people are sick. How come we can't do that when people are healthy too? Yes. Lovely, lovely. Um, Of course, I put on there sharing your voice. Have your side hustle be your knowledge. Have your side hustle be tutorials, promoting for a company. Maybe you go to a chiropractor, or like Sue, you go to a reflexologist that you love. You don't have an item to sell, but you can get on there and you can share your story of how this person changed you. You can leave a review on their page of why you choose them, and you can promote for them so that when they can do the reflexology again, you've helped build their business to be stronger. And maybe in return, they'll give you a free session. I mean, there's so many ways right now that our side hustles can help each other. Sue says you're actually talking about TTW in your church regarding the split screen so that they can have church without being a service. Sue, have them contact me. So there is a free version of this. However, I have to pay for this because I go live using it all the time. So I'm past my free sessions. They can do this. I can teach them even through YouTube and stuff how to do this. So if they don't know how and they want to, I can teach them. Okay. I can teach them how to go live on Facebook. So if you need my help, you know how to go live on Facebook too. But the program that I use is called Be Live, and I pay for it. It's $15 a month, and I don't get paid from any of these talks that I do. The only source that I get paid online is my online workshops. So everything else on here I do for free. So this $14.99 is not reimbursed to me or sponsored by anybody, but it's worth it in so many ways. It's my way of connecting with everybody else, especially when Facebook took away the option where we can put two people on the screen. I didn't want Tech Talk Lives to go away. It was worth it for me to invest in this company, and it's called Be Live. There's lots of them out there. That you can do. Private companies, you can do like Zoom and they go live, and it's kind of a webinar kind of thing. There's lots of ones out there like that. But Be Live is what I use, and it's actually from Facebook, and I can go live in any Facebook group that I belong to. So you would have your church or that organization create a Facebook group. In the settings, they have to change it to be where they add the app, because you have to add the app into these groups for them to work. They would have to add the app Be Live, and then from there I can show you how to do the rest. But absolutely, you can connect with groups of people. I messaged Becky earlier. I had to laugh because I went back to a past event that we just did this a few days ago, and it's called the Six Certs. On my website, I deleted that event, and I thought, oh my gosh, I should not have deleted that, because people who have time that could not go attend that class in person, we offered it virtually. We recorded everything and did it live. I could turn around and offer that to other people while they have time to be a part of that particular workshop, right? And so I went back to that event because I thought, oh my gosh, now I have to spend more time on my computer. So now I have another project to do tonight. So I'm going to re-upload that. And anyways, in the event itself, because over 100 people said that they were interested in it, it put a warning for the coronavirus on it, saying just to be aware, over 100 people could attend this, and here's the rules about coronavirus, that we can't host these things. And I thought, they didn't know that in person we had 9 people. The rest of the people were online, and it cracked me up because I thought that's the benefit about the online workshops that we do, is that we offer them in both ways so that you don't have to travel. And I thought, here they put this big warning on this event that I didn't see before of telling us that we aren't supposed to host it. And I thought, oh my gosh, it was so funny, but it's so real. And the coronavirus is not funny, and what it's doing to us is not funny. But at that moment, I just thought, wow, like this really got attention that Facebook had to put this, ad on our event. Yes, hello everybody. Hello, Miss Phoenix again. How are you doing in Florida? I hope your weather is good. And then Sue says, excellent. I will be speaking them tomorrow. So Sue, yes, absolutely. If they want help on going live, I promote it because I know for me it excelled my business so much. I would not have online workshops if I never that day decided I wanted to respond to these people's questions live, and just making myself do it. In the beginning, I never showed my face, only showed my hands. And then I started turning around and like showing a portion of my face at the beginning and the end so they knew I was real. And then I started doing the face. It was a process. Like I said, I still get anxiety. I still get the red hives. You guys know sometimes I'll wear things that are really high because I hive out across here. It looks awful. And it's the reality of it. And then after a while, when I'm more comfortable, you'll see that I won't be sitting like this. You guys see, well, I'll go live. I start doing this. So I start getting that feeling that it's like my blood pressure is changing. And I start hiding that so that you don't see that. There's ways you can disguise it. Yes, I believe everybody should go live at least once, even if it's just a thank you. I think right now, and I've talked about this a few times today, this is your time to say thank you to your clients. Take a picture of yourself smiling, even if it's not a current picture, it could be from a year ago, a picture of your business. And don't just post it on your Facebook page. Send it to them with a true thank you, or mail a card out. In Masters Mindset Monday, every quarter I put a thank you card in there, and I challenge everybody every quarter to send a thank you, and I go into detail. And here's one of the things that I say. And um, so this isn't a side hustle. This is going on a side topic, actually, from what this live is. But um, this is your time that you have time to sincerely say thank you for everybody that supported you in the past, and that you look forward to working with them in the future. One of the examples that I give of a thank you is a real life scenario for me. I've always been good about saying thank you, but not good about the words of affirmation of going into detail of why I'm thanking them. I changed that about 2 years ago. I went into the local grocery store where I just moved here 3 years ago. So 2 years ago, I'd been in there just a few times. The checkout cashier looked up at me while it was busy and says, "Amy, how are you today? Welcome to Ridley's. Come on in, do your shopping. I'll see you in a few minutes." I was embarrassed. I looked around like, oh my God, there's all these people in here and now they all want to know my name, whatever. Do you know that somebody else walked up to her? I was like, "Hey, Amy, how are you doing?" She liked you, so I must like you. And we were both getting fruit at the same time. It was pretty powerful. And in a way, it made me feel really good. Of course, I chose to go through her line at checkout. And to be honest with you, I didn't know her name. Well, that day I saw her name and it was Kimberly. So now I go through Kimberly's line every single time I go to the grocery store. But here's what happened. I realized that when I said hello to people, even in my private little studio, I didn't go, "Hello, let's see. Laura Donovan just signed on." So I'm going to say, "Hello, Laura. How are you today? Come on over. My chair is ready." I started just saying, "Hey, how are you?" And then they would sit down. I didn't call them by name anymore. And in the beginning, we always do. There was something about being recognized that day by my name. And it made me feel really good. And it was embarrassing. And every time I go to Ridley's now, I purposely go to Ridley's because I know her shift now, because I can tell when she normally works, right? And it's just, there's a feeling that comes with that. And one day I thought I need to be better about recognizing the people the way that Kimberly recognized me. And my thank yous need to reflect more than just a thank you and a hello. It needs to go into detail. And so I started thanking my clients face to face. I normally just say, "Thank you for choosing me." The standard thing. I think it's come to be one of those things like in families when you say, I love you too. No, look at them and go, "No, I love you." And when you say it differently, it gets absorbed a little bit differently. And you're like, "Oh, I love you too, you know?" And so look at your clients and go, "Thank you." Now I'm a hugger, so I always give hugs. But once again, it becomes the norm, right? They expect it. And so what I started doing with my clients is instead of saying, "Thank you for choosing me," I started going the next mile. And I mean mild because it wasn't a step. I put it all out there where I made my clients cry almost every time. But it was so touching because they hadn't been thanked like that sometimes ever in their life, especially from their job or their boss or anybody. So, what I would say is, I not only want to say thank you for choosing me, you can go to any nail tech in a town that you live in over 30 miles away. But what I recognize is that you drive all this way to come and support me. And I thank you that you take the time out of your day, which is an additional hour, half an hour there, half an hour back, to spend an hour, hour and a half with me. Choose me over everybody else and support me. Because of you, I am successful. Because of you, Kimberly, I am able to have another day in business of something I am so passionate about. And then I gave her a hug, right? So I go back to Kimberly at the grocery store because guess who I need to thank? Guess who gave me the aha moment that day and made me realize that I was saying thank you, but I wasn't meaning it in the way I really wanted to express it. So I went through Kimberly's line one day. First of all, I took a thank you card with me that had it in writing because I didn't know how busy it would be. I didn't know if she was really going to be there that day or not. I couldn't wait to go to that store, and I wasn't going there to go shopping. I specifically looked for her, and she was there working. I went through her line and I handed her the card, which I was meaning to just leave at her station there or her boss. And I wanted to tell her boss, and I have since then told her boss how much I appreciate her and why. So I've left the review with the people to recognize that. And I handed her the card and I said, I have this written down, but I really want to say this to you. And immediately I started crying. And I said, Kimberly, I want you to know that I thank you for recognizing me that day. It was embarrassing you called me by name, but I want you to know how much it meant to me. And that this other lady came up to me and wanted to know who I was just because you said that. And we bought the same fruit, we connected. And I want to say thank you because of you, those words right there. You taught me a better way to show appreciation to people. It was so touching. And since then, I've been better about it. It's new for me because, like I said, I'm used to saying thank you. I'm used to meaning it, but now it means a whole lot more. And it's powerful. And guess what? My clients, they've chosen me for years. I have clients that drive 3 hours over the mountain, come see me every month. And I love them. I've never discounted products for them, I've never given them any extras, but I hug them and I thank them so much. There's a reason why people continue to choose you. And sometimes it's just those simple words. It's feeling appreciated. They can get nails done anywhere. And they might even get better nails somewhere else for cheaper. But they're going to choose you because of those little things. How you welcome them, how you thanked them, and being so sincere. So that when you do ever need a side hustle or you really need to raise money for something you're passionate about, it comes naturally. People believe in you, they will follow your rainbow and want to touch everything that you touch. It's phenomenal how this happens. I'm gonna get emotional, so I gotta quit talking about that. Anyways, um, okay, side hustles. So hopefully this today's live is giving you lots of ideas. I hope it's inspired you, and I hope that during this time where we do have the extra little time, and maybe you don't, maybe you're thriving and you are busy and you're going to watch this later on when you have time. Whenever you have the downtime, I hope that you find that you can be productive. You just have to be creative and believe in yourself. Quit judging yourself. And as this very much started in the beginning, fire that old self and rehire who you really want to be, who you want to reflect. Go delete old posts so that people don't see your old self, or leave them there and let them see that you've changed and grow. This is the time to utilize that. It's the time to be better for who you want to be, for yourself. What's going to happen is naturally going to touch others. It just happens, just that way. Yeah. Sherry says, I needed to hear this today. Thank you for sharing. Powerful stories. Yeah, I have lots of stories, but you know what? It's because I choose to open up and absorb what people tell me. I love listening to their life stories, and I love supporting people that I believe in. But likewise, I thank you guys for always supporting me. And I say this all the time, and you guys know I say this. And if you read my posts and you know me well enough, you hear my voice in your head saying thank you for trusting and believing in me. There's so many people you can choose out there to educate you, to watch for an hour, well, 77 minutes it's telling me, to watch and listen to. There's so many other people you could have chose, but you trusted and you believed in my education for you. You believed in me and you chose to stay with me. That's what you got to continue to surround yourself with, is that power. So thank you for choosing me and letting me be that inspiration for you during a tough time, during a busy time for you, and you're just listening to me on the go. Thank you for that. So open up and do the same thing, and it turns into the side hustle where you naturally start promoting for others and it comes back to you, so that when you don't have the finances coming in that you really want, you're living life with purpose, and that's what matters so much. You see, when I get in my jive, my head starts going. I always said I look like those bobble dolls sometimes. Yeah, that's a bobble doll look for you. Sue says, I love you, Amy. Thank you so much. I really needed to hear this today. Man, earlier I said if I could touch one person with this, with a thank you, that's all I needed, right? The abundance is coming through. My cup is running over. I love you guys so much. Exactly that. All right, I'm going to end this because you can tell I'm getting into my jive. But I just want to again say thank you. Find your side hustle and be proud of it. And naturally, the finances will come. Naturally, that confidence will come and rebuild you back up and make you stronger than ever. Ask for help. Reach out to the experts that are saying, contact me. We would love to help. Utilize that. Use them. They want to be used. Yes, awful love. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, you guys, have a fabulous evening. Or if you're over in Australia, you're probably just waking up. But our sun is setting here up the Big Horn Mountains, and it's time to go dive into that chili that I made because I can smell it. So, you guys, thank you very, very much, and have a great day.